There are a lot of premium headphones out on the wild, many of which I have actually tested and really loved, and many that I also haven't been all that fond of necessarily. And one thing that I always talk about in these reviews is how many features are in any given pair of premium headphones. I like to test out how well implemented these are overall. But what if I told you that there is a pair of headphones that represents the complete opposite of what those do, but I have a lot of praise for them nonetheless? This is also a very premium pair of headphones, it's just that the priorities are somewhere else entirely. These are the Drop THX Panda Headphones, the most intriguing pair that I have come across this year. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we continue, I just want to remind you that we have a Twitch channel where we stream every Friday and Saturday from 8 p.m. and to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so why not go ahead and drop a follow? And also don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and also make sure to check out the merch store. There's plenty of black and white sweetness to choose from up there, so go ahead and check that out. And then make sure to take a look at the podcast as well, as the podcast always goes live every Wednesday and Sunday. And with that said, enough rambling, let us get straight into the video. And now, I just quickly wanted to disclose that these were sent to me for review free of charge, but all of the thoughts that I'm going to be presenting in this video are my honest opinions on these headphones. So let's get straight into the unboxing for these. I just go ahead and remove the plastic wrapping to reveal the very low profile box, slide out the main unit through the hook on the side, and then open up this box as well. Inside you're going to find the carrying case, and inside of that you are going to find the headphones themselves, and you're going to find them in their absolute full glory. You will also come across a compartment for your USB-C cable and a 3.5mm cable as well, in case you want to use this as a wired pair as well. Underneath that, you are going to find some instructions and other documentation, and I have to say that, yes, I do indeed like this pretty simplistic unboxing. The exterior design consists of what is honestly the best build I have come across on any pair of headphones, like ever. No, I never got my hands on the AirPods Max because Apple canceled my order and didn't tell me anything, and I won't be buying from a scalper even for the sake of a review. So I don't have that. Again, I'm sorry, and I don't really have that as a frame of reference, so I can't really compare these to the AirPods Max, FYI, and that's why I brought that up. However, compared to the many premium headphones that I have tested in the past, these feel like the pinnacle of quality. You've got a metal build for the earpiece with very soft padding around the ear cuffs, and it just feels incredibly nice. And you're also going to find your labels for right and left ears. The headband is comprised of this super slick material that feels like very soft touch rubber almost. It is pretty difficult to describe, to be completely honest, but this is legitimately the nicest headband that I have seen on any pair of headphones ever, and I'm not even exaggerating here. This is a very nice pair to put on and wear for long periods of time. These headphones are also one of the heaviest for sure, coming in at around 350 grams roughly, but I actually like the weight. Call me weird, but I do think that it adds to the premium factor big time here. There are going to be hardly any buttons and any kind of branding at all, to be frank, or controls on this thing, but it's all operated over one button only, and it's got a little joystick on the right ear cuff that lets you move it up and down for volume up and volume down. You can also move it left and right to skip tracks and that kind of thing, and you can press it also to play and pause and deal with phone calls and things like that. It is honestly pretty cool, and it is a pretty intuitive way of actually taking care of things. You will also find a USB-C port, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and the dual microphones that they tout. Also, it's worth noting that these only fold in one direction, and that is flat, but they offer nice expandability too. These headphones look absolutely beautiful to me, especially in this color, and feel like money. Lots of it, in fact. I love this design overall, no complaints. And as I somewhat alluded to earlier, these are going to be incredibly comfortable. Sure, they are heavier than most headphones, but they still offer a lot of comfort from the ear cuffs to the headband. I have worn these all day long without any problems whatsoever, and the headband is way more comfortable than it should be, than it has any right to be. It is very impressive, and the ear cuffs offer a very pleasant amount of padding as well. I have zero complaints regarding comfort here, is I guess what I'm trying to get at. And now these headphones do support dual microphones for better audio, and by better I really just mean more audible. The microphones, just like on any other pair of headphones, don't really sound that great, but these are certainly more on the loud side, and they're more so intended for phone calls, like for you to just be more audible during phone calls, even if it's not like the best sound quality. On phone calls, I mean, people have told me that they can hear me just fine, so no complaints there. However, there are other accessories that you can use with these, such as a detachable microphone with volume controls, and it's built nicely and plugs right into the headphone jack too. This is a colossal upgrade in terms of audio quality, so much so that I'm actually very comfortable using these for gaming, as a microphone sounds pretty damn good overall. It's definitely great for PC use and a great solution if you're doing any kind of gaming on your computer or anything like that and speaking with others at the same time. It's just great for that, and they genuinely did surprise me with that microphone. And so before I go into talking about the sound quality of these headphones, I wanted to preface my opinions on it by talking about the features on these. Are you ready? There is no active noise cancelling, no ambient noise mode, no virtual EQ, no touch controls, no assistant triggers, no official water resistance rating, nothing, none of these. But the fact that all of these things are missing are still going to make this next section sound all the more impressive, and they prove a very important point with this one. So here we go. And now finally we get into the actual sound quality of these headphones. They sound amazing. Keep everything that I mentioned earlier into consideration when I say this. Music sounds very good through these headphones, regardless of what genre you want. It does seem to have a flatter sound signature, but I would say that it probably has more so of a boost in the mids, if anything, which probably isn't necessarily my preference when it comes to which signals I would end up boosting. Quite frankly, I would probably prefer to keep it flat for the most part. But again, like, it's not that big of a deal, and it's not that noticeable either. These sound great, and if you need bass, you got it. If you need clarity, you got it. This pair surprised me with things like black metal, hip-hop, just pop, lo-fi, orchestral, and so much more. Music-wise, they definitely have you covered in terms of sound quality, and if you're concerned about these not having active noise cancelling at this price, then I don't blame you at all. But think of it this way, you really don't need it. On these headphones, it would just be an absolute waste of battery, because passive noise isolation already is way overdone here. Like, I can hardly hear anything at all when I have these on and when I'm listening to anything, even at lower volumes. These headphones do an incredible job at keeping external noise out already on their own without any kind of assistance from active noise cancelling or anything like that. You can keep all of that ruckus going on outside out of your field of listen. And they just have such a great shield that active noise cancellation would just be wasted here, to be completely honest. So I have no reservations here. However, if you like ambient noise, then you might actually find yourself missing that, because these have that good of a seal. Unless you don't mind like taking these off to like talk to people face to face and that kind of thing. But really, this is a fantastic experience, and I want to keep these on all day. I really do. The battery life is going to be pretty good here. You do get around 30 hours tops after about maybe 2.5 hours of charging, and about 3 hours of listening from a much shorter charge, which is pretty nice, honestly. I have no issues with the battery life since it has been very consistent. This is definitely an all-day pair, and even more so, like, depending on how you use them. They also go into sleep mode if nothing is playing after 15 minutes, so they will do their best to try and conserve your battery. So I think that you can't trust these for long periods of time. And now I'm going to be completely honest here and say that my only issues with these headphones are definitely nitpicks at this point, and none of these are deal breakers. At least they shouldn't be. These headphones are lacking in features for the price, but you really don't need them. Honestly, I haven't found myself missing any of them. It made me realize how little I use any of those other features at all. Except for maybe ambient noise, which some might miss, and I always appreciate having an EQ too, but with both of these things missing, you will just have to deal with it, and that part is true. Also, I really just wish that these folded in different directions to make them a little more compact and easier to travel with without having to take the carrying case with you. And that is literally it. So yeah, I do apologize that this review was so long, but in conclusion, I really have nothing but praise for these headphones, at the very least for the most part. They did ditched a lot of those gimmicks from other headphones and simplified everything for you in the premium way that I've ever seen, in the most premium way. You get one of the best builds in the entire consumer industry for wireless headphones, if you ask me. You get top-notch sound, amazing comfort, and the best instance of passive noise isolation that completely beats out active noise cancellation for me on any pair of headphones so far. This is it. This is my favorite pair of headphones, probably even over the Sony XM3s, which I currently do own, and the XM4s, which I've briefly dabbled into before. This pair is expensive at $400, but honestly, I want to tell you that it's worth it 100%. You've got a very strong recommendation from me. And now that's been pretty much everything for that. So with that said, do make sure to stop by the Tech Summit podcast. And if you want to keep up to date with that, then do make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any episodes moving forward. We always talk about tech and complain about tech for that matter. So do make sure to stop by. And we always post every week, so do make sure to stop by, as you may enjoy it quite a bit. And also do make sure to stop by my Twitch channel, where I like to stream every Friday and Saturday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. And I'd love to see you over there to answer any questions and maybe just have a pretty chill time. Also, I have some other social media over here, like my Twitter and my Instagram, so do make sure to follow me there if you're interested. But with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.